Good evening, everyone. I'm Justin Prince, and welcome to tonight's action of USBA primetime basketball between the 4-1 New Orleans Pelicans and the 1-7 Toronto Raptors, as Jonas Valanciunas and Omer Asik start things off here at the Air Canada Centre. As the Raptors will have the first possession of the game, Kyle Lowry starts at point guard for the Raptors. At shooting guard, DeMar DeRozan. Small forward, Damari Carroll. Power forward, Luis Scola. And at center, Jonas Valanciunas, as he makes the first basket of the game to put the Raptors on the board. And starting for the Pelicans, meanwhile, Drew Holiday starts at point guard. Shooting guard is Eric Gordon. Small forward, Luke Babbitt. Power forward, of course, Anthony Davis. And at center, Omer Asik. As now Davis will back up Scola, passes it out to Babbitt. Guarded hard by Carroll as he bumps him outside the three-point line. Back to Davis, 4 on the shot clock. He moves over down the baseline, shoots the jump shot, and he'll drain it. As Luis Scola lost him for a second there, and that's an easy 2 points there. Now while we will set up this play here, the Toronto Raptors have had a lot of close losses so far. Most of their losses coming in within 3 points. As now DeMar DeRozan will shoot the jump shot. He misses, rebounded by Valanciunas, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. A nice rebound there by Valanciunas. And Davis will shoot the hook shot and misses, rebounded by DeMar DeRozan. As Kyle Lowry will bring this ball down the court, as Drew Holiday will guard him. Setting up here, it looks like they might be setting up a new play, as it seems Dwayne Casey, according to reports, has changed up the playbook a bit. As DeMar DeRozan's open for the jump shot just inside the three-point line, and he makes it to make it a 5-4 lead. And Drew Holiday will set things up. Holiday having a horrific season so far. 4.8 points per game, 2.8 rebounds per game, and 5.6 assists per game. Last year, he had about 16 points per game for the Pelicans. So right now, he has not been a big part of this offense so far, as this is turned over to Carroll as Babbitt drops the ball. As DeRozan kicks it out to Valanciunas outside to Kyle Lowry, for 3. And he misses. Rebounded by Holiday, and he'll bring it down the floor quickly. Finds Eric Gordon, guarded hard by DeRozan, and it's rebounded by Luis Scola. That's his second rebound of the game. As now Lowry will set things up. This is becoming a more fast-paced game as both sides are rushing down the floor. DeMar DeRozan open jump shot. He'll miss. Rebounded, and that's a rebound by Asik as Valanciunas almost had it. And James Johnson with the free throw. He'll miss, as this one will stay tied up at 10 apiece. Tyreke Evans at point guard right now. He'll bring it down the floor. Tyreke Evans so far 3.2 points per game and 2 assists per game so far this season. As Douglas Roberts kicks it off to Carlos Boozer. And Boozer will now drive into the paint. And he'll miss. Rebounded by Terrence Ross. And now Corey Joseph will bring it down the floor, of course. 2 Canadians on this Toronto Raptors squad, as he's guarded hard by the backup point guard in Evans. Play being set. Pick set. James Johnson for 3. And he makes it as it rolls into the basket. And the Raptors are now up by 3. Both sides playing very well in offense to start off as we approach the 1 minute to go mark here in this first quarter. As Douglas Roberts guarded hard by Ross, as Anderson now kicks it off to Alonzo G. And James Johnson guarding hard on G. And this ball was dropped. Evans picks it up, kicks it back out to G. And Anderson kicks it to Douglas Roberts in the corner. And he'll miss, rebounded by Patrick Patterson. And now Joseph will look to try and see if he can get assist number 3 on the night here, as he finds a wide open Terrence Ross for 3. Bang! And that's now a 6-point lead for the Toronto Raptors. And it's down to 4 here with 6 seconds to go. The Raptors looking to go back up by 6. Patrick Patterson fadeaway jump shot, and it bounces out of the rim. And that'll end off the first quarter. The Toronto Raptors are up here at the Air Canada Centre, 16-12. We'll be right back with more action of USBA Season 24 basketball. And welcome back, everyone, to the Air Canada Centre for the start of the second quarter, as the Toronto Raptors are up in this one by 4. So far, it's been a very offensive/defensive matchup. Both sides playing very well to start off in different parts of this game. Now the question is, though, who will keep the momentum coming out onto the court here for the second quarter, as they'll start things off here. By the looks of it, most sides have their starting lineups. For the Raptors, though, Terrence Ross is in instead of DeMar DeRozan, as well Norman Powell is also in this game. As Drew Holiday passes it off to Eric Gordon, he'll drive, and he gets it into the basket. Eric Gordon so far 11 points per game for the Pelicans so far, with 2.4 rebounds per game and 3 assists per game. As Lowry kicks it off now to Powell, down low to Anthony Bennett. Guarded hard by Ryan Anderson, spins around out of the paint, and it goes back to Terrence Ross. Ruiz will shoot the fadeaway shot, and he misses. A very bad shot right there in contested land, as now Holiday will set things up. Ryan Anderson a few years back was the most improved player of the year. And of course, after that, he signed for the Magic to the Pelicans and has not been the same since then, it seems. As now Babbitt guarded by Scola, back out to Anderson for 3. He'll miss, rebounded by Davis, and it goes to Babbitt and trying to pass it out to Eric Gordon here. Davis shoots the open jump shot and he drains it. And he ties it back up at 16. 6 minutes to go here in this second quarter as Valanciunas will shoot this ball, missed, rebounded by Scola, but Davis strips him and gets the rebound himself. Now, Anthony Davis, a dominant player, that's for sure, had a major growth spurt before going to the University of Kentucky a few seasons back, before being drafted first overall by the Pelicans. As this one's shot in the corner for 3 by Gordon, and he puts the Pelicans up by 3. But as I was saying, you can tell when he was in college he was going to be a dominant player because of his height, and he has been so far this season. 18.2 points per game for Davis, along with 5 rebounds. As Valanciunas is stripped, this one's going down the floor as Eric Gordon's wide open, shoots the 3-pointer, and that misses, rebounded by Powell, the rookie from UCLA. As now Lowry will try and slow things down. This one's tipped and stolen by Jrue Holiday on the pass, and this is going to go to a 5-point lead just like that. A very bad string of events for the Raptors. Minute 45 to go here. Jrue Holiday will shoot the jump shot and misses, and is rebounded by James Johnson. Now both sides have most of their benches in. Davis and Jrue Holiday in as Patrick Patterson on the quick shot makes it. Brings it down to a 3-point lead. Trying to catch the defense off guard there, and they do that very well there. They've done that plenty of times this season, it seems, but a lot of times they have missed those shots. As now Davis will drive to the basket. He'll shoot the jump shot instead just outside of the key, and he makes the basket to go up by 5. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go here in this first half. As Patterson gets the ball again, pump fakes, going down low to DeMar DeRozan. They're going to try and see what he can do as he shoots the jump shot, and he makes it to bring it back down to 3. Now you see Davis's stats so far. 4 for 6 for Anthony Davis for 8 points and 2 rebounds. A dominant game so far. As Holiday on the pick and pop, passes it out to Davis. Davis drives in, shoots another jump shot, and brings his point total to 10 now. Make that now 5 for 7 shooting. Babbitt misses the shot, 2 seconds to go, and it looks like they'll try and pass it forward, but they'll end off the first half. The New Orleans Pelicans are up in this one 30-25. We'll be right back with more USBA Season 24 action, as here's your halftime stats. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone, to the Air Canada Center for the start of the third quarter, as the New Orleans Pelicans are up in this one 30-25. The Toronto Raptors struggled in the second quarter, allowing the Pelicans to get a nice, decent lead as they start off the third quarter with the possession of the ball. The question is, who will be in for both sides? By the looks of it, both starting lineups are in for the start of the third quarter, as Jrue Holiday will bring this ball down the court. Of course, he's probably going to be looking for an easy offensive basket or an assist to add it to his decent day so far. As Davis will back up, Scola shoots the fadeaway, it's off the front rim, rebounded by Jonas Valanciunas. That's his 3rd rebound of the game. As Lowry will set up the play, guarded hard by Holiday, as he drops the ball, trying to pass it behind his back. He's wide open for 3, and he'll miss it. Rebounded by Davis, as Valanciunas was close to getting the offensive board there. As you can tell, both starting lineups, as I said, are in, as Luke Babbitt chucks it up for a mid-range jumper, and that's going to make it a 7-point lead. A nice game so far for the Pelicans. As you can tell, they are shooting 50% from the field. The Raptors just 10 of 23. As now Carroll passes it out to Valanciunas. Valanciunas finds Scola, guarded hard by Davis as he tries to spin in the basket, and he puts it in for 2, his first basket of the game. And Ashik will set it for the free throw here. And he makes it. It's now a 7-point game, as now Valanciunas will give it to the long right, the 20th overall pick in the 2015 NBA draft. as this man is ready to set up a play right here. As you can tell, it's a mixture of starters and bench players on the floor at the moment. As DeMarre Carroll will shoot the three-pointer, and it's just rimming out. Rebounded by Carlos Boozer. And now Tyreke Evans will bring this ball down the floor. Guarded hard by Wright, and he kicks it off to Alonzo G. Question is, will they score here once again? They want to make this lead big. You can tell the entire crowd is calling for defense. And it's rebounded by Anthony Bennett, one of the two Canadians on this roster this season. As Wright, guarded by Evans, finds Carroll once again for three. This time he makes it. He now has 11 points in this one. A nice game so far for Carroll, as the fans are going wild. You can tell the energy in the Air Canada Centre is starting to come back to life as they're down by 4. Alonzo G, guarded by Terrence Ross on this possession here, kicks it off to Tyreke Evans. He'll drive in for the mid-range jumper and makes it. And with 2:41 to go, it's currently an 8-point lead as DeLon Wright will set things up. James Johnson in at the small forward position, and he'll try and go for a pick and roll. Instead, he passes it to Patrick Patterson, guarded by Davis. And he'll back things up, back to James Johnson, pump fakes. And he'll kick it back out to Patterson, back low to Anthony Bennett. Jumping defenders, and Bennett shoots it for the fadeaway. And that's his first points of the game, as it brings it down to a 6-point lead. The Raptors, of course, as I said earlier, have struggled, but cancel that as Corey Joseph gets the steal, and DeLon Wright will put it in the basket. Brings it down to a 4-point game. That was a nice defensive play by Corey Joseph, as there are 2 point guards in the game at the moment, and you can tell Corey Joseph is the better of the two. As this time it's stolen by Patrick Patterson going in the paint. James Johnson kicks it low to DeLon Wright, and he's got it. Wright with 6 points in the game now, and 4 points in this quarter. Look at that defense, that's for sure. The Raptors want to keep this game close, that's for sure. They don't want to blow a lead or anything, or I should say, get it to the point where the Pelicans run away with this one. As both the crowd loses their mind here, as now it goes down low to Anthony Davis, and that's going to be a goaltending call on Anthony Bennett. And now 15 seconds to go here in this third quarter, as this is almost turned over, but it's picked up by the Raptors. 8 seconds to go now as James Johnson will set things up, drives forward, finds Corey Joseph in the corner. He's rejected by Babbitt, and Ryan Anderson will kick it to Drew Holiday for a chuck-up shot to end off the third quarter, as the Toronto Raptors are down in this one to the New Orleans Pelicans, 47-43. We'll be right back with more action. Welcome back, everyone, to the Air Canada Centre in beautiful Toronto, Ontario, as we're all set to go for the final quarter of play, with the Raptors having possession. The score is 47-43 Pelicans. So far, it's been a great game for Anthony Davis, as this will start off here as DeMar DeRozan kicks it to Kyle Lowry outside, and DeMar DeRozan will end up shooting the jump shot and misses, rebounded by Boozer. Now in for the Pelicans is Evans, Boozer, as well as Ryan Anderson, CDR, and Alonzo G. Meanwhile, it's a mixture of starters. In fact, it's the entire starting lineup, I should say, for the Toronto Raptors, as Ryan Anderson backs up a lead score, kicks it out to CDR, kicks it now to Alonzo G, stuck in the corner. He'll get a wide open shot as Carroll backs off, and he gets rebound number 2. And now Lowry will slow things down for this next possession here with 7:17 to go here in this fourth quarter, as Tyreke Evans gets the foul. 6:32 to go here as Lowry brings it down the floor. Carroll's wide open for the 3, and he makes it. No one was guarding him as he went down the floor. Everyone was crowding Kyle Lowry, and now DeMarre Carroll's up to 14 points in this one. And right now, the Raptors fans are trying to get into this one as Tyreke Evans, guarded, passes it up to Boozer, and Boozer will shoot the open jump shot to bring it to a 3-point game. You can tell this game is going to be down to the finish, that's for sure. As right now, Kyle Lowry sets things up. The starting lineups are getting ready to come onto the floor for the Pelicans, as Valanciunas hook shot misses as Boozer gets the rebound. And now Evans will bring this ball down the floor, kicks it immediately to Douglas Roberts. Now back out to Ryan Anderson to Kyle Lowry guarding Alonzo G, and G will shoot the jump shot and miss. Rebounded by DeRozan. DeRozan hasn't done much today, only 4 points and 2 rebounds so far today. Same for Lowry, 4 assists on the stat sheet for him, that's it. As it's stolen by G. This one's open down the floor for Tyreek Evans, and he'll slam it down. And now Davis with the big free throw. He'll miss, and it's down still to a 2-point game. As right now the Raptors need a hurry. They're inside the 4-minute mark for 4 minutes to go. As this one's stolen by Davis on the bad pass. It goes to Drew Holiday, and they'll slow things down because the fast break breaks apart. And now Davis kicks it off to Eric Gordon. He's open for the jump shot, and DeRozan got the contest there as it's rebounded by the Raptors. And now 15 seconds to go on the shot clock here as Jonas Valanciunas will get the post up. Kyle Lowry for 3, misses. They try to do something different there, more of a freestyle offense, but it doesn't work out for them. With 3:12 to go, Eric Gordon guarded hard as Davis will kick it down low to Ryan Omar Ashik. Ashik misses, rebounded by Valanciunas, and he's got his 8th rebound of the game. Less than 3 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter as the Raptors are playing a little bit of a frantic offense trying to score here. Scola open in the paint, slams it forward. And that's going to tie things up here at 54. Scola with a huge second half and fourth quarter. 8 points in this fourth quarter for Luis Scola. As now Eric Gordon will slow things down with 2:33 to go. Kicks it off to Holiday, guarded hard by Lowry. And it looks like he's trying to get down into the paint. Kicks it off to CDR. And now it's down to 3 seconds on the shot clock. As Holiday will kick things up. And it's rebounded by Valanciunas. Now Scola will dribble it out here, trying to slow down the clock as that was rebound number 9 for Jonas Valanciunas, who's had a struggle offensively. As Davis with the nice defense gets the steal, and Eric Gordon will slam it forward down the floor. And it's a 2-point game here with 1:30 to go. The fans are going insane, the crowd is loud, and Lowry kicks it up and drops it. As this one's going down the floor, Eric Gordon on the steal, kicks it off to Anthony Davis for the slam. And now it's a 4-point game as the Toronto Raptors do not have much time to do much of anything as Lowry's got a lot of turnovers in this one. He has to keep the ball here. Pick set by Scola. Going down low to Scola, kicks it back out to DeMar DeRozan. He drops it, rebounded by Valanciunas as it's down to 9 on the shot clock. DeRozan kicks it off to Lowry. Back to Carroll, down low to Scola. 3 seconds on the shot clock, down to 2, and Scola rolls it in. He's up to 10 points now on the basket to bring it within 2. 5 for 8 shooting in this second half, that's for sure. Only 0 for 1 shooting in the first half. As now it's down to 45 seconds to go. Everyone's going crazy. Davis backs off the paint, kicks it off to Eric Gordon. DeMar DeRozan bites the fake, and it's missed. Rebounded by Ashik. And now it's back out to CDR, Chris Douglas Roberts. And they'll set things up here with 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Separation is about 15 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. As here's the pick set, 5 seconds to go as it kicks it out to Eric Gordon. And he makes it. And here comes the timeout from the Raptors as the Pelicans are now up by 4. And after the timeout, you have to wonder, can the Raptors score here? They need to as Damari Carroll trying to get by Luke Babbitt. Pick set by Valanciunas. Open from the top of the three-point arc. Makes it. And it's now a 60-59 game with 7.8 seconds to go. Can they foul is the question. And it's stolen by DeMar DeRozan. He slams it down. Timeout called by the Pelicans with 5.7 seconds to go. DeMar DeRozan with a clutch steal in the crowd. And the Pelicans have a chance to win here. Carroll, after that big three-pointer a few plays ago, is up to 19 points in the game with 5.7 seconds to go. Gordon gets it. Kicks it off to Davis down low with 2 seconds to go. Misses, rebounded by Davis, and he'll slam it down with 0.2 seconds to go. Davis may have just won the game for the New Orleans Pelicans. My goodness, what a way to win the game. And Johnson will inbound it here with 0.2 seconds to go. They'll need a miracle shot here. And it's stolen by Gordon, and this game is over. In unbelievable fashion, the New Orleans Pelicans have defeated the Toronto Raptors thanks to a big-time slam by Anthony Davis. The final score in this one is 62-61 Pelicans, as Anthony Davis finishes with 20 points. Thanks for watching tonight's action of USBA Primetime Basketball. Be sure to stay tuned for more action. Thank you for watching and good night.